Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are unfortunately, and I mean this unfortunately, back at it again with another Honkai Star Rail video, because boy, oh boy, I've heard a lot about version 3.7. I've heard a lot about complaints. I've heard a lot about predatoriness, and one thing is abundantly clear when it comes to Hoyoverse, and where they've taken a lot of titles like Honkai Star Rail. They're currently running them into the ground. And I think that version 3.7, I've actually had a chance to preview all of the stuff in this live stream. It's only furthering that narrative. So with that in mind, let's just go ahead. Let's react to parts of this trailer. I'm just going to go ahead and start from the trailer. I've got some rough timestamps over here, and then we'll just figure out why the community is so upset. Because believe me, there are a lot of complaint posts on the main subreddit as we speak. So let's get it going. Okay, this is a throwback to Honkai Impact 3rd. Yeah, this is Alicia's, like, she does like the sort of like retro graphical thing.
Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience.
Unlike Panagoni's dreamscape, this place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
Okay.
Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction. The real wild cards are...
The Lord Ravagers.
Seems like this is going to be, they're bringing in all the different factions. Maybe that's like part of the advertising.
Everyone, time to move out.
Okay, it's literally everybody.
13 heartbeats, they will begin recalculating the universe.
Maybe you could have hidden that, like, some people weren't showing up, like how Wulwa hid that the Black Shores and Kalchar were showing up, but I feel like I've literally seen every character.
Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, friend. Are you prepared to awaken the ripples? Turn over this eternal page. Countless stars, please shine for the heroes.
Okay, so I recall making a take at the start of the 3.0 arc that this entire storyline of Amphorius was just going to be a literal rehashing of the Flame Chaser arc from PGR. Or sorry, from Honkai Impact 3rd. And it literally is. Like, I am actually baffled that there's almost nothing different with what's going on. Like, every Amphorius, they're literally just the Flame Chasers. Like, Phynon is just Kevin. And they both, like, are, they're both just white-haired Caslanas that suffer. Wait, sorry, let me see this again.
Please shine for the heroes.
Okay, clearly that's like a reference to the Alicia cutscene where she fires in front of, well, let's count how many things are on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Remember me with love. In that beautiful tomorrow.
Finally, the end of this journey. With this fire, I wish you eternal victory.
This is what you call being creatively bankrupt.
Once you take this step, there's no turning back.
The infinite cycles have been broken.
As the ruler of Planet School,
Connecting audiences to the center. Hardware overclocking.
The hero's journey crosses through the long night, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
I already know a lot of people that are going to be upset by this one. Uh-oh. Hey, people are going to be a little bit mad. Hey, looks like Xiaoji's going to get some more, Xiaoji's going to get some more mean messages. Especially with some of the scenes that we're seeing in here. Wait, let me just get the most important one.
Connecting audiences to the center. Hardware overclocking.
The hero's journey crosses through the long night.
Yeah, they're gonna get real mad about this one. Oh yeah, Xiaoji better watch his back. I'm just gonna be honest. The HSR community is crazy. They already gave him a bunch of shit for having like a hand holding for like 2 minutes in like one of the trailers. Bro, this entire trailer has just been her and Kalis just going a little bit crazy.
And once again heads towards
They're about to get real out. They're about to get real offline with him.
Finally comes to fruition. The ending is as we've written.
Okay, can I just, like, pause this real fast? I'm going to, unfortunately, spoil parts of Honkai Impact 3rd. But chances are, if you don't already know what this arc is, you weren't going to play it anyways. So, let me just play for you a little bit over here. This is the pivotal cutscene of the Flame Chasers arc. And just check this out. And, like, you look at, like, the ending part of, like, this trailer over here, it's like...
Once futile finally comes to fruition. The ending is as we've written.
It's just the same fucking thing. And then you had that scene over here where she's, like, in front of the clock and is firing. It's literally the same thing. They just did the same exact thing that they did multiple years ago. It's the same, it's literally the same fucking thing. And what I don't understand is, like, yes, maybe there's less players for Honkai Impact 3rd, but did they all have to look literally exactly the same and do the exact same shit? So, yeah, there we go. That's gonna be the trailer. We're gonna skip stuff like the live stream codes and the massive amounts of story spoilers that they have. It's just, every single thing is a story spoiler in here. You can just see how much time is going by over here. They just yap about it for like 20 minutes. You'll notice, after this trailer, at 8:07, they don't even talk about the character's kit until, like, here. 22:16. So it's just 14 minutes of them spoiling the story. So they start showcasing Sirene's abilities. Let's hear a little bit about this.
I can provide my team with a variety of support effects. While I'm in the team, all allies' damage dealt increases.
Okay.
When I use my skill, I create a zone. While the zone is active, each time an ally deals damage to an enemy, an additional instance of true damage is inflicted. After using my technique, all allies gain a speed boost, and I will create a zone at the start of battle.
Not bad at all, Little Pink. I really like the look of that zone.
Great. Now, I want to show you all something a little bit interesting. So, you'll notice that the Sirene that they're using in this showcase looks pretty damn strong. And apparently, there's been a bit of a discovery going on with this Sirene and the high quality of her buffing abilities and her damage potential. It actually turns out that the Sirene that they used for their showcase was E6. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. They're so desperate to showcase this character as strong, they used either an E5 or an E6 Sirene, because that's the only way to have abilities that are level 12. It is at minimum E5. At minimum E5. Because how else do you have level 12 abilities? I don't know about you, but when I'm showcasing a character for a live stream, I'm not going to go under the assumption that they're going to spend thousands of dollars on the unit, and that they're probably going to, right? Well, maybe showcase the character at E0 because that's what most people are normally going to get. But the thing is, you even have people in the comment section, and this is going to be the funny part. You're going to have people in the comment section calling Hoyoverse out for doing that. They use E5 minimum. But people can see that they used her E2 in the combat showcases. So in actuality, it probably is an E5 unit that they're using in the showcases. Because people talked about how dog shit she is at E0. People talked about, wait.
If you'd like...
Never mind, it's not even in the CN livestream. They showed it here as well. And apparently her E2 does some shit like give her 18 energy at the start of battle. And in all of the showcase videos that we've seen of her gameplay, she has 18 energy at the start of battle. So, clearly, the character is meant to have multiple nodes to work properly, or like multiple eidolons to work properly.
Like to learn more about each Chrysos Heir's exclusive special buff effects? You
okay, so she's racist too. Awesome.
can visit the buff screen we just displayed, even outside of combat.
All right, Albert. Put together a research report for me later.
Me?
Also, during Memo Sprite Sirene's action, aside from choosing to apply a buff to a teammate, you can also choose to unleash damage on all enemies. If different...
Wait, is she the Memo Sprite? Have they... How this mechanic makes no... She's the Memo Sprite? What the fuck? I don't even care anymore. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Okay, let's move on. So we're gonna have the banners over here. They got Mose, Lynx, and Pella, all dog shit and power corrupt. We got Hayase, which a lot of people are gonna like because this is the most broken character in the game.
The limited 5-star characters, Hyacinth, Castress, and...
Oh, and then they have this broken-ass character as well. Oh, and then this broken-ass character. Okay, so they just decided to, for version 3.7, rerun the most broken characters in the game. Like, Hyacinth, Tribby are incredibly broken. Castress is giga broken with Evernight. And so it's like, hey guys, when's the next time you're going to see these units? Yeah, people talk a lot about how amazing HSR system is, right? Where they rerun so many fucking units at the same time. Hey guys, when's the next time you're going to see these characters? 6 months? 7 months? 8 months from now? And so, if you don't pull them now, if you don't spend money now, guys, well, you're not going to be able to pull these characters, right? Because you don't get enough pulls to be able to pull all 3 characters that are on this banner, the giga broken ones, right? But don't worry, Hoyoverse has found a solution to the problem. Let me go ahead, skip more of these story spoilers from Xiaoji, skip all the dog shit events that are in this update because, well, I'm just gonna be honest, what the fuck is this? You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With the characters, I guess. They got like some other shit. This one might be cool, I don't know. But then, they've got something else going on over here. Oh, wait, they got the event schedule. Okay, we got Currency Wars. Wait, what the hell is this? Is Currency Wars their new endgame? Or is it like a new, like, mode? It's a new... They added another one? After Anomaly Arbitration? How does this shit even work? Wait, okay, maybe we should dive into this one.
没错，我们将阵营的概念呢也放在了玩法中，
Okay.
比如大家所熟知的仙州联盟、星河猎头等。当同一战斗流派或者是同一阵营的角色们一同组队时，会触发羁绊效果。
Okay, never mind. Okay, it's a racist game mode. Okay, so I hope you own like every character on the roster because you'll need to activate these bond bonuses, and so it won't be enough to have the newest units. You're also gonna need to have new units of the same. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, so it's a racist game mode. Who would have thought? If you don't have the characters available to activate the bond, go fuck yourself. Go pull every unit. But this will help though, right? You're gonna be able to access Topaz. So for that IPC bonus, right? Sure, you're going to be able to access Topaz. However, there's more.
还有它的光锥也会加。
Because it's really hard to get these, right? It's really hard to get these gold tokens. They aren't really available very often. I guess they're deciding to give us a freebie. But is it really a freebie? When you look at the next thing that they have going on.
在 3.7 版本更新后，开拓者可以免费获得1枚旅伴精灵代币，用于兑换商店内的5星角色。
是最受欢迎的登录集领环节。
没错，登录集领。
同时，3.7。
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a spending event. So, you remember how I talked about how these are some of the most desirable units in the game? That they're rerunning 6 characters, right? And they're some of the best units in the game. That's because they have a spending event. And, guess what, guys? We got info on the spending event. This doesn't look that bad. It's like $5. Okay, it's getting a little bit more expensive. Oh, I gotta pay $2,000, or sorry, 2,000 Oneric shards for a cosmetic for the main character. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, though, if you don't want to spend for that, because it looks like shit. What the fuck even is that? So, that's the reward over there at 2,000. And you're going to notice, wow, the number is kind of going up. And now you're at the point where you're at 1,200. Guys, this is over $150. I think it's over $150 to get 1,200 Oneric shards. And then to get a weapon skin for Sirene, you need to spend $300. That's 20,000 Oneric shards. That's like, yeah, I think that's around $300, is it not? Or is it more? Regardless, that is an incredibly large amount of money to be spending with a skin as a reward. But when you consider the fact that these are some of the best rerun banners that they've had in the history of the game, not good for the players, but like good strength-wise, oh, it's starting to make a lot more sense, isn't it? It's starting to make a lot more sense what these devs are doing. They are money-grubbing dogs that want to farm as much money as possible, even to the point where I guess they've made this character dog shit at E0, because in the showcase that they're using, she's E5 at minimum. I think that's crazy. That the unit, and the only reason why I believe they're using an E5 is because the character must be like looking like shit when she's at E0. What other reason would they have to do something like this? And this seems like a big boo-boo on their end. Why even showcase that much? And show that this is like one that costs thousands of dollars. Oh wait, you're meant to spend thousands of dollars in this update. And the thing is, I'm just baffled that they have a spending event. After they had a spending event in 3.2, then they had one in 3.4, and now they have one in 3.7. That's 3 spending events in this game. They only started doing spending events in Amphorius this year, and they have already had 3 this year. Guys, this is unreal. This is ridiculous. This is one of the most absurd kind of like things I feel like I've ever seen Hoyoverse actually do, and they're spreading it to every other game. Ironically enough, Genshin Impact is the only Hoyo game that has not had a spending event. ZZZ has one. The Vivian skin that they're saying that it was not going to be in the store for the next 200 plus days if you don't spend enough pulls to get it. And then they got this one, where I'm 99% sure this weapon skin is going to be exclusive. Fuck it, I bet the hat's going to be exclusive too. This ain't even like the Vivian skin in ZZZ, right? This ain't even like the Vivian skin in ZZZ, where it'll be available at some point. It'll just be like over half a year from now. I don't think this is going to be available again. And the only way to get this skin is to spend $300 plus. FOMO is Hoyo's bread and butter nowadays. FOMO and dog shit events, because what the fuck? Okay. Let's move on. What is... Okay, they spent a lot of time on that one. What is Relic Recon?
Recon. First, we can set the desired relic set for a character. By playing through version 3.7 content, you can obtain access cards. Using these access cards allows you to get fully enhanced 5-star relics from chests. During the event, you can obtain a complete set of relics. Later, if you get a relic for the same slot, you can choose which one to keep.
Oh, so by continuously opening chests, we can obtain better relics. In other words, through this event, we can get a nice set of relics without spending stamina on domains. That's
okay, that's cool.
a big boost to our leveling up efficiency.
That's absolutely right, Miss Sirene.
That's great!
Pretty sweet.
Hey, you got one nugget of not shit in a sea of dog shit. Awesome.
Version 3.7 also introduces 2 new set of planar ornaments, Amphorius the Eternal Land and Tengoku Livestream. The relevant planar Fisher and Garden of Plenty events will return for a limited time too. Complete the challenges to earn double.
So some people said that's quality of life. That is an event, guys. That's not a permanent quality of life. Once the event ends, it will end. So that's not quality of life.
Rewards.
Oh, I know what's next. We're reaching the end of our show, and it's time to say goodbye. Mr. Albert, is there anything you'd like to say to everyone?
Okay, so there's actually no quality of life in the update. It's just spending events and an event that's like kind of nice for players. I had a bunch of misinformed people in my chat saying it was a quality of life. No, that's not a quality of life. That's a temporary event. That's neat, but it's not quality of life. Yeah, I guess this is the update. This is the update. Wow. Honkai Star Rail is truly, I think, like, impressing me day after day with how much greed, how much slop, and how much just absolute nonsense these developers are up to. Showcasing E5 plus characters, having 3 spending events in the span of like 5 months, and also baiting people into thinking that this temporary event is like a permanent quality of life upgrade. Maybe it's like the wording or something that they use, but it's not. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. What an absolute disaster. You can tell that this game is losing money. I don't really know what else to say. Like, you can actively see that this game is not making as much money as Hoyoverse wants it to, and so they are ruining the game to try to extract as much value as possible out of it. I've said this so many times, it's unreal, but it just keeps getting worse, and so I just feel the need to keep repeating myself. So yeah, I may sound like a broken record at this point, but Honkai Star Rail is in its money-grubbing stage. You are in the milk zone currently. You are being extracted for every single little bit of worth that you have as a player until you quit because you just feel like you're not really getting much value anymore. And like I said before, the only way to play this game, if you want to do the end game, is to spend thousands of dollars on it. It has become pay to play. And the only thing that is not pay to play in this game is the story. Same with Genshin Impact, and honestly, with the way that ZZZ's going, with them nerfing every anomaly character, and making your past anomaly character pulls useless, ZZZ's probably going to be the same way too, because they're starting to Giga Show Rupture now. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's Hoyoverse. I hope you weren't expecting anything. I wasn't, and I'm still disappointed. So yeah, that'll be that for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.